Brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Golden State Warriors at their home, Oracle Arena. And for the Warriors, it's always an exciting time of the year as fans and other players and coaches around the league all getting a first look at how they might be shaping up for the upcoming season. How about the Warriors and their new head coach, Steve Kerr, our old buddy, Shaq?
Former analyst, knows the league inside out, was my general manager when I played for Phoenix Suns. Steve, thank you for trading.
Wait till you're announced. We've not yet lost all our graces. The hounds will.
Welcome, everyone, to the Golden State, Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors as they prepare for an Eastern Conference opponent right here. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA presented by 2K Sports for this Thursday afternoon game. The Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Amir Johnson at the 4 with Valanciunas at the pivot. Lowry and Ross pairing up in the backcourt, and it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot.
Kyle Lowry, an inside-outside scoring threat. He's become a deadly three-point shooter. And despite his relatively short stature, he's able to drive inside and finish effectively because of that great strength.
Now here's Lee. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And the call will be against David Lee. That's his first foul.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
Lowry with the ball. Here's DeRozan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. DeRozan's got his first 3 points of the game. And for Lowry, not much of an in-between game, but that may be by design.
Yeah, he gets to that rim and beyond the arc. That's really where he makes his hay. And as long as you can do it the way he does, which is often and with efficiency, the mid-range game is something you can work on later.
Here's DeRozan following the basket by Stephen Curry. Fades. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got his second basket of the game.
Maybe they're still working out the kinks defensively because that was a blatant mistake.
Thompson sets the pick for Curry. Can't hit, so the Raptors will take it the other way. Here's Ross. Shot is off. Good defense by Iguodala. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's stolen by Johnson. And now the fast break. Ross with the ball. Tries from 10. Good on the jump shot. Ross has got his first bucket in this one.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Curry kicks to Lee. The drive by Iguodala. From 13, Toronto grabs the miss.
Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke. For the first time in a long time, it seems that the Raptors have a clear vision of where they are headed and are on the right track, and it helps when you know where you're going. You can definitely feel a sense of hopefulness and optimism around this team and among the fans.
Will it go? And he gets it to go. Iguodala's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. From deep. Thompson with the rebound. Well, if you were to say the Raptors weren't good before last year, that's not the case at all. They just seem to be stuck where they were.
Yeah, and often in the NBA, it's a lot worse to be stuck in a place than it is to be bad. You don't have a chance to bounce forward if you're stuck. When you're bad, you do get a chance to improve through the draft. And last year, the Raptors improved, and they've got a bright future.
On the wing, Thompson shoots from the baseline. Here's Lee. Drops in the layup for 2.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Pass to Valanciunas. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Valanciunas has got 6 points.
Very positive opening quarter for them. The shots have been falling.
You know, the shooting percentage would be nice if it stayed right there, but that's going to be tough to do.
Outside DeRozan. Feeds it to Johnson. From deep three-point range. Warriors with the rebound. Left side Curry. Makes it off the glass.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
Here's Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just looked at assists as a measuring stick, they've been by far the better team. Well, you look at Amir Johnson's offensive game, certainly a fit for today's NBA. Not really a huge post-up game repertoire, but he gets off the floor, runs the court, finishes around the rim, and he's able to spread the floor because he's a good jump shooter.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, for Amir Johnson, showing range out beyond the arc over the last couple of seasons, and we may see more of that as his career progresses.
And the Warriors with a completely new five on the floor. A new group in now for the Raptors. Tyler Hansbrough is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Amir Johnson. Lou Williams is checked in for Terrence Ross. And it's Vasquez in for Kyle Lowry. Now here's DeRozan. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. And now we've got the intentional foul.
I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to take a break for a minute.
Dishes it to Green. They set the pick. Here's Livingston, and it's good. Ball through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. Clark Amir Johnson, an athletic dunker, but not a heat seeker, not one to draw contact and get to the foul line.
No, if anything, he's more foul prone himself, Kevin. I mean, if he can flip that around, get that switch, I think that would be a huge step in progress for him.
Now here's Barnes, following the miss by DeRozan.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Patterson against Green. And the shot is long.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
And he gets the bucket.
Beautiful lead pass there. He let his teammate run right underneath it.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Vasquez, good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Warriors trail by 3. Kicks to Spates. He feeds it to Barnes. Pass to Livingston. Rush from outside. Outside, Green. The dish now to Barnes. Here is Livingston. Pass to Barnes. Outside, Green. The pass to Barnes. 4 seconds left. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Great look. Disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors guys, your thoughts?
It was pretty impressive the way they moved the ball, made the extra pass, and found open shooters that whole quarter.
Yeah, it's been a complete team effort out there. Great to watch.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Patrick Patterson is out there with Tyler Hansbrough. Then it's Vasquez. Then there's Lewis Williams. And it's DeRozan in at the 3. And here's Vasquez. Harrison Barnes getting it to go from deep. And Williams gets it to go on the assist by Vasquez. Williams has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Warriors trail by 3. Livingston dishes to Rush. And there's the call on Lewis Williams. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's foul number 2 on him. It might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Lee's checked in for Spates. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Brandon Rush. And Steph Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston.
Draymond Green was the 35th pick back in 2012 and he's made an impact thus far with his defense, rebounding, and great IQ for the game. And I like his competitive spirit, too. He helps you win in a lot of ways.
They get the rebound.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
Vasquez, that's good.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
The Warriors trailing. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And another three for Golden State.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense. How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
No one near him. Again, Golden State. So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Checked in for Green. And Toronto also making a switch. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, Stephen Curry, arguably the league's best perimeter shooter. Curry said, "I love everything about shooting, but mostly that perfect form when your body is in rhythm from the time you plant your feet to the time you release the ball. Everything is smooth and calm. It moves through you like a wave. It's a beautiful thing." Kevin, no doubt.
It is indeed. Thanks, Doris. Now here's Vasquez after the miss from Klay Thompson. Vasquez can't get it to go.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
You know, this Golden State team is clearly on the rise, but they're not without weaknesses. A bad turnover differential and free throw differential. Both things that have plagued this team.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Raptors?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break. And you look at the free throw disparity for the Warriors, not the most surprising stat. They're more of a jump shooting team than a slashing team. But if you're going to settle for jump shots, then you can't also turn it over at a high rate. I think that's where they have to improve.
And even 3-on-3 break. Shot from 12. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to just one on the bucket from Lee. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And Steph Curry, an all-star starter last season, but he also led the league in turnovers, Clark, with over 4 games.
Well, the other side of that coin is he did set a career high in assists as well, but there's no question when you talk about him solidifying his place among the elite point guards in the league, the turnover numbers have to come down, and I'm sure he'll work on that.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Amir Johnson drafted straight out of high school back in 2005, now in his 10th season in the NBA, and he's only entering his prime now.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played.
And, you know, I'm all for young players going to college to develop not only athletically but socially and personally. But Amir Johnson is an example of a player who came straight out of high school, didn't play a whole lot at first, but has continued to work and has really rounded into a valuable player now. It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
The feed to Thompson.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Here's Ross. And count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Patterson, he's checked in for Toronto. Williams comes in for Vasquez. And Amir Johnson, quietly one of the Raptors' best players. Steve, a very good player at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, he's a plus-minus stud for this team. He's a high-percentage scorer who also defends at a very high level. So this is a good two-way player.
Here's Ross. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. 9 points now for Terrence Ross.
They've been so efficient in the paint in this game. That's an area they've totally dominated.
You know, once they ID'd the edge they had inside, they just continued to attack it.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's Thompson again missing.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Patterson can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 10. Iguodala the pass to Bogut. Curry against DeRozan. Curry kicks to Thompson. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Bogut. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Lee. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Puts it up from 12. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Spates. Toronto's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Rosen dishes to Lowry. For the three, good on the shot. Lowry's got 8 points.
So nice to have a guy like that who can take charge at any time.
Yeah, so many of his passes, Steve, have led directly to baskets.
Here is Livingston. To the wing on the left. Bogut sets a screen for Barnes. Here is Livingston. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries it from the top of the key. Here's Bogut. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
Well, now that we can see the replay.
And the first half is now in the books. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Talk about a terrific game for Ross. He has 9 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, it's just a small part of what's been a solid overall contribution by him defensively.
A new front office starting last season for the Toronto Raptors, and it seemed the roster of the team was going to be subject to some changes as well, as the team shed some of the big money players who hadn't been able to lead the squad to many wins in the past, and now they're looking to a promising future.
On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. It's Lee and Bogut inside, and it's Curry in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Lee against Johnson. And Curry, here we go. Bogut the pass to Curry. Here's Lee. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Lee's got 8 points.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win. And from the jump, the Raptors said they didn't want to be stuck in no man's land. That is, too good to draft top-tier players, but not good enough to truly contend. They're trying to be forward-thinking and save their big contracts for real difference makers.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Off target from the wing.
He can't get anything to drop. And the way he's scoring, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Toronto calls timeout. Well, the Raptors front office front looking for players who battle. They want energy and toughness.
Yeah, exactly. They'll look at the stats, but at the end of the day, they want players with heart and fight. And I think that's a great emphasis to make as one of your core pillars culturally as a team.
That's good. Lowry's got the lead up to 10 now for the Raptors.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Curry Curry against Johnson, and the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul, first team foul.
Here's Curry. Takes the three. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. Sinks the three-pointer. Lowry's got 6 here in this quarter.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Shot on the wing. Thompson with the rebound.
4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss of the second half.
Lee, a screen on DeRozan. Looking to get back on track here. Johnson with the block.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That is his first foul of the game. And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. Curry against Lowry. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, the league's so focused on creating parity with the luxury tax and revenue sharing, but I think the max contract limits encourage stars to team up. If you allow the true superstars to command a larger share of the cap, I think they'd be more likely to spread out.
The Raptors making a switch here. Vasquez comes in.
Fourth team foul.
Iguodala outside. Right wing, 6 on the shot clock. Curry gets the bucket.
Seems to have lost his touch this quarter, guys. 1 field goal in 5 attempts.
Raptors leading by 10.
Andre Iguodala, one of the elite athletes in the NBA. Great ball handler, and when he gets to the rim, he's right up there with LeBron James as far as being one of the most high percentage finishers in the league.
Golden State's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Curry kicks to Lee. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists in the game.
You know, as great as Iguodala's strength and athleticism are, I think it's his IQ for the game that really sets him apart. I mean, you see all of that in his alertness and anticipation defensively, and also in his playmaking on the offensive end.
Here's Green, and Valanciunas with the block. Outside DeRozan. Plays it up and banks it in. DeRozan's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, here we go again. An open path to the hoop, an easy 2 points. Where is the defense?
Well, and for Iguodala, the savvy off-the-court 2 guys. One of the attractions, Steve, for him playing in the Bay Area, connecting with the area's innovators and the venture capitalists.
He's a bright guy. And, you know, back in 2011 during the labor negotiations, he actually spent time interning with a major bank. So, and this is a guy with a bright future beyond basketball.
Here's Vasquez, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Vasquez has got 12.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Rivas Vasquez, a 6'6" point guard out of Venezuela by way of the University of Maryland, is really a good passer and playmaker. Plays with a swagger and moxie that you love to see. You know, a couple seasons back, this guy averaged 9 assists a game.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Lee. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And Vasquez with great size, Steve, for the point guard position.
And not an elite athlete, so he sometimes lacks the quickness to guard opposing point guards, but his height, his strength, and his grit and anticipation makes him really a viable option against a lot of different matchups in the league. Well, Klay Thompson, the son of former #1 draft pick Michael Thompson, but totally different games. His father was a big man who kind of played inside. Klay, a swing man, just a knockdown shooter from deep.
Livingston dishes to Green. Barnes sets a screen for Green. And again, no good by Golden State. Raptors leading by 13. Patterson passes to Vasquez. Again, Toronto. And Klay's father, Michael, often his toughest critic, he tells Klay, post those smaller guards up and don't always fade away. I can hear him saying.
Oh, my, that's why I'm laughing. Sounds just like Michael, who knew how to handle himself with his back to the goal. The college and pro stand out himself. Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Here's Vasquez. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Spades has got his 3rd rebound tonight and an intentional foul right there. The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Penalty situation.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for your Warriors, Sean Livingston.
Livingston hits both of them. Toronto's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. The 3 ball. Vasquez, that's good. Vasquez has got 8 points in the quarter.
This is incredible. It's been a 3-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Here is Livingston, guarded by Vasquez. Count the bucket. Johnson's got 10 points. 7 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Here's Vasquez. Offline. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
How about the creativity, guys? Terrific vision to pick out that pass and set up the basket.
Some serious creativity. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and Williams, the guards. DeRozan out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's Hansbrough in at the 5 down low. Here is Livingston. Lowry covering. Screen by Lee. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Sean Livingston. Jonas Valanciunas, who's checked in for Toronto.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. And that misses badly. Air ball. Outside Curry. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Curry's got 10 points in just the second half. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Lowry drives in. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got 7 rebounds in the game. Rush dishes to Lee. And the Warriors take on 2 more. Raptors leading by 7. Here's Valanciunas. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the 3-point line.
Yeah, you got to get some bodies out there defensively, though. I mean, if things are way too easy out beyond the 3-point arc.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. 3-pointer, Lowry. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Well, he was boxed out, and when that happens, you know, at some point you have to just turn and get back defensively. That time he went right over the top.
Yeah, but you go straight on the top of another player's back, that's going to be a foul call every time.
Amir Johnson's checked in for Toronto. Timeout called the Warriors. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Iguodala kicks to Rush. And there's the call on Lewis Williams. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Golden State. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his 1st foul.
Boy, this fourth quarter has been critical. The offense picking it up just when it looked like the game was getting away from it.
Yeah, they answered the 9-1-1. Now we've got some fireworks in store for us down the stretch.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Lou Williams.
David Lee, very light on his feet for a big man. He played tennis until age 12, and that may have contributed to his mobility, but he can really move around the floor for a big man.
Here's Golden State. They're on a 13-3 run. And Curry, here we go. That's good.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been too late.
But they're not all the way where they need to be yet, Steve. They've got to keep pushing through.
Well, Steph Curry, of course, deadly from outside the arc, but last season he tried to improve his ability to get to the rim. In fact, he significantly increased his points in the paint last year.
Thompson passes to Curry. Back to Thompson to take the lead. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Johnson's got 8 rebounds in this game. Fast break, Toronto. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And another thing that's obviously helped them here, guys, is how hot they've been from the three-point line. They've been on fire.
How about Bogut doing a good job setting that screen?
And for Curry improving his driving ability. He already had the handles, but he tried to work on his strength to ward off contact.
And Kevin, you know, film study is also playing a role in that progression and development. He not only improved his finishing ability inside, he also got to the line more often, a result of being more confident in his strength.
Warriors trail by 3. Now here's Iguodala. Another shot. Here's Lee. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they've got. Force the offense to shoot from the perimeter.
That bucket in no time at all. And that's 20 points for Kyle Lowry.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight, because now all of a sudden you're looking at a hot streak.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're behind by 4. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Ross against Thompson. Three-pointer. And he gets it to go.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Now Lowry from deep three-point range. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second half, despite trailing in this game.
Well, you know, that's when you need to be most aggressive when you're down. Another good job of drawing contact and getting to the line.
And Iguodala drops them both.
Boy, those were massive foul shots right there. It's down to a 1-possession game.
1:29 left in the game. Lowry has the open look. Cannot hit. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Curry dishes to Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Thompson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Warriors. Toronto have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Lowry for 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lowry's got 12 points now in the quarter.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the All-Star Weekend, no D. You know, Curry is playing extremely well. He's got 21 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
Well, it's no secret. The more points he can come up with from out there, the better off they'll be offensively with their spacing.
And both free throws good for Curry.
No problem for him there. You just know what the result's going to be when he steps to the line in a tight game like this.
And Lowry gets double-teamed. Can't knock in the three. Golden State's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
Huge points. That's beyond huge, Steve. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Raptors are gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Misses the three. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
So that means they've got to be very careful with the basketball right now.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. No good off the back of the rim. And now they foul and stop the clock.
So that's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
And the Raptors call time here. They're losing by 6. 19 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
I think they have to go for a 3 right now, don't you, Clark?
Yeah, I don't think they have any choice but to go for the 3, Steve.
And so they foul intentionally.
That's his 5th personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Fields with it. And Hansbrough kicks to Williams. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So both teams changing it up here. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. For 3, Ross can't get it to fall. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. As a unit, the team seemed to have a cohesive approach out there. How important was the lift you got from the bench?
Just do it as a team. You know, it's not an individual effort. We're a real deep team this year. We got a lot of guys who would start on some good teams, so we just did it collectively.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now